and welcome once again to InRetroSpection, the show where we review the retro today. I am Joshua Caleb, and today I have with me, as always, Graeme Ellis.
Hi, everybody.
Who is on an iPhone, so the audio may be a little funky. So, today over the holidays, I think, since I'm going to be working more, I'm just going to be doing these replaythroughs of games we've already talked about. Except I think I'm only going to do ones that you can currently buy on modern consoles. To sort of fit in, I don't know, I guess holiday shopping, I guess.
That's a good idea.
Unfortunately, most of these you can't buy in physical form. You have to buy them via the stores like XBLA or PSN or something.
Well, at least you can still get them, and they're not that expensive.
Yeah, and one reason why I picked Kirby's Adventure for the NES is because they just re-released it on the 3DS as part of their 3D Classics. So they gave it a little 3D makeover. Which I'm curious to try it. I just haven't put down the $7 to do it yet. But have you played any of the Kirby games?
I think I played this one for a bit. It's just, like my kids may have had it. To be perfectly honest.
Yeah, well, it is kind of aimed as a kid's kind of thing, more so than most Nintendo franchises. Even though it's kind of hard. It's not exactly a cakewalk.
No, that was a major complaint with some of the games that you would go out and buy for the kids, or at least within their age group. Is the coordination required in some cases, and even the puzzles, just figuring out the puzzles in some cases was way above what you would think the game would exist as.
Yeah.
And frustration level would get high and it would never get played.
At least Kirby is a very, very solid platformer that's very playable. There's some tricky spots, but the cool thing I like about Kirby is that you can fly. So on some levels, you can just fly right over stuff.
Yeah, there was some good variation in modes. So like instead of swimming around in some of the Donkey Kong levels, you could fly.
You just gulp some air and just fly right across the level.
And it kind of makes sense, because Kirby's kind of a balloony kind of character.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what he is other than a pink puffball.
With a big appetite.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to call him Kirby the Cuddly Cannibal. So he basically eats people. Eats people and absorbs their powers. Which is kind of cool, because, how many video games actually let you inhale your opponent and obtain their powers? Mega Man is the only thing that's even close. That after you defeat an enemy, you get his power. But that's only after you defeat the final boss. Kirby, pretty much any enemy you encounter, you just suck them up and swallow them, and boom, you have their power.
So how long does the power last?
As long as you don't get hit. As soon as you get hit, the power, like that, just flies off in a little star, which if you can inhale the star again, you get it back.
That's a good second chance.
Yeah.
Something Mario doesn't give you.
Yeah, and Kirby actually has a health bar. He's not a one-hit wonder like Mario. And you can actually get these little... except I don't... My power doesn't reach high enough. I can't get that tomato to get more health. I need a power with more vertical range. I suppose I could have used that electro blob. Oh. Ouch. There we go.
Nice recovery.
Yeah, despite not having an actual dedicated attack button, even if you don't have a power absorbed, and you say, like for a boss, you can't inhale the boss, obviously. When you inhale air and just fly, when you spit it out, that actually counts as an attack too. The little...
that's a good idea.
Yeah, just that little poof of air he spits out when he deflates is an attack. Oh. So Kirby is like never helpless.
That's a good idea. Is there any secret levels?
Not that I'm aware of. I've never gotten really far in this. I mostly would be playing like Mario or Donkey Kong. But I do not know of any. I mean, they're pretty linear. There's not a lot of deviation that you can take. Oh. There's a couple hidden like caves or paths or something that have little bonuses in them. But I don't think there, at least in this one, there's no full-on secret levels.
I'm just curious because it is very Super Mario Brothers. You know, platformers. It's pretty standard platformer for Nintendo, but I wondered if they had pipes and that kind of stuff.
No, Kirby has warp stars instead of pipes. Which actually it seems like you're required to use a warp star. There's some levels that I'm not quite sure why, but there's some levels you'll get to the end of it and there will be a warp star to take you to the next part. Where you would kind of think a warp star would be like a secret thing to take you, like a shortcut kind of thing.
Oh, they're just using it to extend the limitations of the levels, right? They only have so much memory to deal with.
Yeah, so when it says, you know, you're taking the warp star, you think, ooh, I found a secret shortcut, and no, you're just continuing through the next.
It's level, part 2.
Yeah. I do kind of like this overworld thing. Probably one of the first platformers to have an overworld. There's actually little mini games and shops you can go to get extra. Hey, here we go. We got a crane game. Let's see. Can I get that little tiny one? Ooh, is it gonna give it? Oh, I got it.
Yes.
Wonder if I can get it again. I'm assuming the tiny ones give you more points. So is that one gonna make it? Oh! Just like a crane game.
Takes your money.
Only one life for that little thing? That's no fair. I should get more points. They're harder to get.
I would say so.
Exit stage. That was the wrong one. We want this one.
Vegetable Valley.
Yeah. Oh. No, I want my power back. No. I lost it. And that guy doesn't have any power. What about... Oh, that guy does. There. I just need to let him respawn. There we go. That was easy.
Is that a boss?
That was a mini boss. A lot of the stages have little mini bosses scattered through them.
Now this was for the Game Boy Advance?
No, this was the NES.
Oh, okay, this was an NES game.
Yeah, the first Kirby game was actually for the original Game Boy.
Yeah, okay.
And at that point, Kirby wasn't pink, he was white.
Well, he was sort of a greenish.
Yeah. Even on the box art, he was white.
Yeah. I was just kind of curious because the graphics were pretty good for a Game Boy Color game. That's what I was saying. Well, that makes sense because they are very Nintendo 8-bit.
Well, they actually... Ooh, invincibility. They actually did re-release this on the Game Boy Advance as Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland or something.
Oh, yeah.
So... Ah, no. Ah. Oh, yeah, and you can also get this on the Wii Virtual Console as well. I think it's like $5 or something on there. The 3DS version is like $7, and I think the NES version on the Wii is $5. If you have the right power, some of these bosses can be total pushovers.
Well, that is a bit of the skill, right? I mean,
Yep. Though, I don't know, Kirby's in these games, at least in this one, it's kind of weird. Kirby seems like he's being kind of a bully. I mean, he just went and smashed that poor tree who didn't seem like he was evil or anything.
motivation is, not really a big plot-driven thing in some cases for these characters.
Yeah, well, the plot in this game is something to the tune of, people are no longer dreaming because a dream rod or something got stolen. So Kirby has to go find all the pieces of it from, like, the King DDD or whatever his name is, took the star rod, which apparently gives people dreams, split it into different pieces and gave it to all of his advisors. So Kirby has to go and defeat all of them and get the star rod back together so people will start dreaming again, only to find out that King Dedede stole the star rod in order to protect it from this other bad guy who was trying to steal it. So it's like the entire thing is based on this whole big misunderstanding. So Kirby's just running through eating and murdering these guys, even though they're trying to protect.
Which is probably why the first bunch of bosses, are not really all that bad and evil looking, is because, well, technically they're good guys, it's just a misunderstanding.
Yeah, you fought a little elf dude that threw bombs. I suppose he was the most evil looking one. Then you fought the little walrus guy, and then you fought a tree. I think one of the next bosses is a guy that just rolls around on rollerblades and paints. So yeah, these are some real desperate villains. Oh. So the only reason this area exists is for a transition point. I'm going to the desert? Yeah, the Kirby likes its transition things. Oh, the tire dude. kinda like this tornado power.
It does make it quick to go through the levels.
Yeah. These aren't exactly long levels, and they're kind of split up. That's what I probably... This is probably one of those games that if you just sat and played it, you could probably finish it within a couple hours. I think this even has a save slot, the battery pack.
Well, that's one advantage of the virtual machines, is you don't have to worry about the batteries going bad.
Yeah. Oh. I thought that was actually water.
So did I.
It's like, oh wait, why am I not swimming? Oh, that's background. Ooh, that's the sword guy. I like that one. It's like one of the few powers that you can actually use, and it has a different move mid-air. I think the 3DS version of this they modified it a little bit. I think there's like some extra powers. With each concurrent Kirby game, they keep giving him more and more powers that he can copy. So I think they added a few with the 3DS version. And obviously the Game Boy Advance one too. Oh, Meta Knight. Meta Knight is probably my favorite character in Kirby. He's a lot cooler looking than Kirby is. That guy throwing forks at me?
Yeah.
Fine. Oh, I'm not doing very good. Ah! Just about to spit that guy out and hit him. Well, the checkpoint is pretty forgiving.
True enough.
Ah! That guy just comes out of nowhere. Oh, come on, are you guys done now? Ah. There we go. Kirby isn't exactly the most agile. He's a bit floaty.
Yeah, I can see that. He's kind of supersized.
Ooh, almost number one. How many levels were in the other one? 5? Now we're in Cloud Zone. Oh. Ooh, I can just inhale blocks. Okay, I need a power. There's a good power. Get a little sprite slowdown now and then. Is that an alarm clock?
Something like that.
Oh, well, I just hit the snooze button. Oh, those guys. Ah, I don't know what those are, but you can't inhale them. If you try, they just get mad and come at you.
Yeah.
What is that thing? Am I supposed to be able to run up walls? I hate those cannons. You can't destroy them.
It'd be nice you could eat them, then you could, have cannon breath.
That would be cool.
Well, there's a new power. They just haven't given that one to them yet.
I like the ones where you like Kirby 64 when you can start combining powers. Oh, those are pretty fun. Ah, you can make some pretty crazy combinations.
Yeah.
So if you like combine an electrical power with an ice power, then you turn into a fridge. Which is actually more useful than it sounds, because as a fridge you can throw food out of the cooler that can restore your health. Okay, 5, then the boss. Gonna make it to the first 2 worlds, no sweat.
Hey, you're cruising right along.
Cannons with... Ah! Deadly parachutes. Or parasols. If I was controlling Mario on this, I probably would have been done a lot quicker. I think part of the difficulty is just Kirby is he's not like slippery like some of those other games we played where they just slide all over the place and you can't control them. He's just more kind of floaty and bouncy and so it's not like he doesn't control bad or the physics are off. Ah! I suppose it was a bad idea dashing around up in the sky. Okay, whose power can I have? Wait, ow! Ah. Oh, we'll get the sword. I like the sword. I think in the Game Boy Advance remake, I think when you get the sword ability, they give him a little green hat like Link.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and then in the later ones, they started giving him little visual representations of which power he had. Otherwise, in this, I think the parasol and the sword is the only ones that you actually can tell which power he has. Unless you're using it, of course.
That's how he uses it, yeah. So he has a Mary Poppins and...
Yeah. Oh, I think I can be a superhero on this one. Let's see. He has like a superhero power. Yeah, jump. cool Super Kirby jump. I can only do it on the ground. And that would be the second boss. How many worlds are in this game? Like 5 or 6, I think.
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, here's the painter dude.
Oh yeah, this is the one you were telling me earlier. You paint stuff and then it attacks you. It's a rather unique ability is based on most.
Yeah, Kirby is a very unique, interesting game. Probably one of Nintendo's more unique franchises. Ah! Except I have the wrong power to be fighting this dude. And my attack can only go straight up.
It's almost 20 years old for a game too, so.
Yeah, wasn't this like one of the last NES games? At least, one of the last Nintendo-made NES games?
I would say it's probably among them. 93 would have been almost would have been near the end of the Super Nintendo. Almost not too many years before the Nintendo 64 came out.
Yeah, because it was... They definitely, the graphics, they said, were quite an achievement. They really pushed the NES to its limits with some of the 3D scrolling and fancy background effects. Ah! You're supposed to go paint on that cannon, it's not this one. Oh. I don't like the thundercloud. Ah!
There's 8 levels in it.
8 different worlds?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not super short.
5 mini games.
This guy's tricky.
Yeah. Paint roller is the one that you're fighting there now.
And what was the tree that I fought first?
That's the Wispy Woods. He was pretty wispy.
Oh! You're not supposed to turn around. Ow! What is that? I need a power. Ow! Oh, he wall jumps off of the platforms. Oh boy.
Sorry, it's like you bit him on the toe.
Oh, game over. Now what happens? Continue. So... Okay. So everything's still finished, I just have to go fight the boss again.
Yeah.
So it's another one of those that the lives and whatever are kind of a formality.
Well, it does ease the frustration of tricky levels sometimes.
Yeah. if you had to go back and do the whole entire world because you got defeated by the boss, that would be pretty annoying. Well, come down here. I wonder if I can breathe on him. Ow. Hey, he keeps turning around and hitting me. Whenever I jump, he ends up... Oh, every time I try to jump, he just ends up floating up, and when he's in his flight mode, he's not very easy to control. Ah, wrong way. I hit the button. So was there some kind of final boss at the end after you defeated King Dedede?
Nightmare.
He was the black is he like a black eye thing?
I think so. He was in the space level. Yeah, he was more like a floating head with horns.
Okay.
He begins his fight in the power orb form, which is a dark sphere covered in silver glowing stars.
Oh. Ah, got him.
And if you defeat him in his orb form, he reveals his true form.
Ah, multi-stage boss. Oh, butter building. I have the remix to this. Yeah, most things in Kirby seem to be food related. Ow. That's a big door. I think you can go through, yep. Ooh, the ice dude. Ow. Oh no, stone. See, I was never too fond of the stone power. Aside from the fact that it's invincible. Oh. Is that a... let's see. Ah. Ooh, lasers. Kirby has lasers. Shooting lasers out of his hand. I think if there's like, angled surfaces, it'll actually bounce. Oh no, I want my lasers back. Come back. Ah.
Oh, just got it.
No, I didn't want to go back. Oh, yep, here we go. Reflecting lasers. Okay.
Sounds like a modem.
That's a new one. Now, hopefully this won't be out of sync.
Did you have real sync issues last week? You said you had to do a lot of it.
Yeah. It was awful. I had to cut, insert so many frames. Okay. Ooh, that was cool.
You almost shoot yourself.
Yeah. Hopefully these phasers are set to stun. Oh no, I want it back. Oh yeah, and when he gets a power, he immediately uses it. So if there's someone next to you when you get the power, you automatically shoot them. Oh, this is interesting. Surprised an NES can do this. So am I actually going somewhere? Oh, I'm just rotating the tower so the door opens. No. Hello, what happened?
Stars coming. You got it.
Oh, hey. You're not supposed to be back. I already got you. Hey. Rocks aren't supposed to move. Why does it keep coming back? Okay, I'm just gonna leave you guys. Can I... no, I can't shoot my laser up. Kirby games definitely have very, unique level designs. Oh no! Oh, I lost it! It hit the spike and disappeared. Hopefully I'm close to the end of the level. What the heck are they? Ooh, ice. Cool. What? Ah, I was going after my tomato.
I guess you gotta be really fast.
Ah. There. How are you supposed to get that?
Yeah, he's white again.
Oh yeah, the ice. Oh, hello. You're not supposed to throw me. Hey. Oh, he still had the power in his mouth, so he kept it. That's pretty cool. Well, I suppose we could probably end this episode here. Already gone through two whole worlds.
That's a good overview of the gameplay.
Yep. I wouldn't call Kirby the easiest game to control, but it's definitely not broken by any means. He just has a little different learning curve. But it's definitely some pretty fun gameplay once you get used to it.
Oh, you seem to be rolling, I'll tell you that. You did some pretty good moves to recover the stars. That's a nice ability.
Yeah. Kirby, your powers are everything.
It's nice that they enable you to at least try to hold on to them by giving you a second chance.
Yeah, that's really nice. Well, that is Kirby's Adventure. You can find it on the Nintendo Wii Virtual Console and the 3DS Virtual Console for like $5 and $7 respectively. I think actually, at least on the Nintendo Wii, they allow gifting of games, so if you happen to enter the 16-digit randomly generated friend code of your fellow gamer, then you could gift this to someone or have them gift it to you. But if you're lazy and like me and don't want to enter in those stupid long friend codes, the Nintendo points work too. Just give someone like 20 bucks worth. And if you want to find some more retro reviews and stuff, I'm actually doing an experiment over the holidays. I'm going to be posting most of my stuff on retroist.com instead of my blog. See if I can get a little more exposure and feedback there. And plus, yeah, and I'm kind of tired of trying to manage my own blog with all the technical hassle with that. All the servers going up and down and dealing with...
That is the challenge of some of these free blog sites, is they're...
Well, I'm paying for mine for the...
Oh, you're paying for it?
Yeah, on my WordPress.org. I got it hosted and everything, but I still gotta install and maintain all the plugins and...
Yeah, that's why some people like Squarespace and other sites that, you know, the WordPress requires a bit of maintenance.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try to moving stuff over to Retroist since I just like writing and making content. I don't like trying to manage the distribution of it and whatnot.
Oh, it's a good idea.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try that out. You can find my reviews and stuff there. And as always, follow me on Twitter at JoshuaCaleb75.
One of the sad parts about putting stuff on YouTube is that a lot of this would get pulled because it, quote, has content of the game.
Yeah,
it's a gameplay.
I know. I've gotten stuff flagged for that. I got tired of trying to dispute it and I just leave it. And so far, they haven't taken anything down.
Yeah, they just want to monetize it by putting ads on your site. That's all.
Yeah, so
it's a scam. In my opinion, a scam because you're certainly allowed fair play as part of a review, and then they turn around and pull something like that on you. But hey, you have to take it as you go.
Yeah, that's why right now I've stopped just uploading pure gameplay clips without any commentary. I figured I'd be more under fair use having gameplay footage with commentary over it.
Yeah, exactly. That is fair use.
Where the other just pure gameplay clips, that's a little grayer.
Yeah, to me, it's still your game. It's not your, you know, I mean, you have no... It's not like you're selling the game. This is my gameplay.
And I'm creating the gameplay video using their game, so I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it can be argued a lot, I guess, so. But it's kind of nice that you at least have some places to put stuff up, you know, and if you feel like you ever want to make your own podcast over something, why don't you do that?
Yeah, isn't it like the National Podcast Month in Canada now?
It is indeed.
Yeah. So yeah, go do that. It doesn't take much to make a podcast.
No. The key is, I think, some of the more professional podcasters that will tell you is be consistent, be on time, be timely with your output. Yep.
Just keep putting stuff out there.
And as Joshua can tell you, it is tricky sometimes. There's always something that gets in the way. That's why I'm on an iPhone today, because the power supply in my main PC decided to die. And the other two PCs I have to use don't seem to want to. The Mac Mini doesn't want to use the microphone or the camera, and old XP PC has Echo on it. So
yeah, and avoid video podcasts at all costs. They are a pain.
Yeah, you can always start out with audio, but it is hard to do a game show.
Yes.
Without some video.
Yeah, that would kind of make our whole discussion and comments kind of pointless because you can't actually see what's going on.
Yeah. And Google Hangouts has really worked well for you, I think.
Yes, you don't. Then that way you don't have to pay for Skype.
That's true. And actually, I'm surprised how well the iPhone here has held out on Wi-Fi. It's still draining my battery, even though I've got it plugged in to charge. But and it is a bit warm.
I bet.
But it actually, the video playback is really smooth. You guys can hear me.
Uh-huh.
I can hear Joshua just perfectly. So, you don't need a big fancy computer to actually start doing podcasts.
No, definitely not.
You need a big fancy phone.
You need a big fancy something.
Yeah. Anyways, I'll let you guys go.
Yep.
Have a good holidays. It's December tomorrow.
Yes,
By the time this come out, it will be December. So it is the season. Drive safe. And, put your seatbelt on. Keep your lights on. Be seen.
Yes. Well, thanks everyone for watching, and we will most likely see you again next week in the past.